Collingwood Knights is a community-based football team, you know, with a lot of players from different backgrounds that participate in the Rec Link football competition.
I guess Rec Link, we are the overarching pitch to the guys is rebuilding lives through sports and arts, and they definitely have that common denominator of coming from somewhat a disadvantaged background, and that kind of builds that unity amongst the team, and they have something in common there. But when they come down to training and Vic Park, they really try to leave that stuff behind them and have a good laugh and a yarn and play a game of footy together.
We started the Collingwood Knights 5 years ago. The Rec Link Football League had been going for some time and they didn't have a team in the catchment of Collingwood. Me being a police officer and working with a lot of our youth locally, mainly on the high-rise flats, those that just have a lot of battles in their lives, I put my hand up to get amongst the new Collingwood side. Like everything, it started reasonably slow, but we had Vic Park as a massive draw card. The Rec Link Footy League doesn't really have any grounds of such stature, and we were lucky to have that as our home, and I really leveraged off that to grow it from there. The kids started to come. They started to come in droves.
I'd heard about it through friends and stuff, and they told me to come play a bit of footy, and at the start I thought, I might have to pay to play footy and stuff, but when I found out it was free and the environment it actually was, I found myself down there, and it was a big eye-opener for me to like another stage of my life. I played footy as a youngster in juniors and stuff, and it just got misled at a young age, and like I said, come back into footy, and Rec Link gave me that kickstart again to get back into what I love. And it's like being around family, going down to Collingwood Knights, and it's just a good place to be around.
Off the saddle! Off the saddle! That's it!
Yeah, Corey's he's a great lad. He's had quite a checkered past, I guess you could say, but the improvement this year with Corey has been outstanding. As a young man, he's came in, didn't know many of the guys, and made a connection instantly. Has really improved his footy. He's come on leaps and bounds. He's got a good skill set behind him, and it's just great to see him flourishing on the back of the connection he's got at the Knights.
Corey was with us in the early days, so 5 years ago we started, and Corey was only a young bloke, skinny young bloke. He was there for maybe a season or two, then he left, and he's only just come back. But he's a lot bigger and stronger. I think he's a lot healthier. In his early days he was struggling big time. Now, his attitude, some of the things he said in past games around him wanting to be a leader, but he's not only just saying it. Saying it's one thing, the actions that he's done on the field, off the field, just the way he's gone about it. He's attending meetings and meeting with people that he needs to get his life in a better place. He's doing that, so he's holding his end up there. But he's got a massive amount of passion around footy.
From coaching him, he's got a lot of talent, and he's a great mark and a very good kick at goal, and he moves really well. And the boys have really embraced him, but I think he's also come into the Knights and kept coming because of how much enjoyment he gets from it, and he's dragged a couple of players with him, and who are benefiting from the experience that's provided at the Collingwood Knights.
How good is the Knights program that we've got? Fantastic, okay? We've had a fantastic day today, haven't we? Yeah, okay, so play for each other, and that side-by-side mentality.
I just feel like I'm equal with everyone there, and I just love getting down there, and it's a beautiful place to be. Like my girlfriend and stuff loves coming down, and she doesn't even play football. It's just the vibe that it gives young people. It just makes you feel comfortable and makes you want to do something with your life.
Corey's a lucky one compared to a lot of others. He has a mum that's very supportive of him, and he's got a girlfriend down that comes down to the club, and she assists him play, but she assists him enormously too, and I think that's straightened him, helped him a lot, having both those women in his lives, and they're good people to have.
Well, my girlfriend, she's drug free and all that stuff, and she didn't just give me the opportunity just to stop and choose her. She actually helped me through it. I was on drugs when I first got with her, and she accepted that, but she's seen the real me before, so she's helped me get to that stage and get off drugs.
Unfortunately, drugs is a big one, and anger, and two mixes, particularly the anger bit. Playing football, throwing a bit of leather up between 40 of them. It's probably one of the worst things you can do as far as emotions in a game of football, but it's their passion to play it. So they want to be there for the football, can't always handle that and harness that, but that's our job to work with that, because they need a reason to connect, and the football is about the connection. And then, but we're opening ourselves up for some hard gigs, but that's why we're there. That's why we're trying to turn their lives around a little bit.
I think it's very, very important. It's kept kids out of jail. It's kept some lads alive, essentially. There's some concerns away from footy for these guys, and they really value their time when they're at the Knights. So it's great to see it's available, and Collingwood's ongoing support, I suppose, is really valuable to the program succeeding, and Reclink supporting what we do here at the Knights and providing that safety net, I suppose.
One, two, three, Knights!
Yeah, I got chosen grand final day, luckily, to be captain, and it felt like a big privilege to me, because I felt like a big mentor. Like, I felt like I could keep him in line on the field if anything went wrong, and yeah, it was good for me, because it's just, like I said, taking another step in my life where I'm not just becoming good, I'm actually showing others how to become good.
He's one of our guys that this year is playing at Parkside, so he's playing, he's transitioned, he plays with us at the Knights, midweek footy for those that have that time, but he's also playing outside of that in mainstream footy.
Yeah, I started off with the Knights, and it was like a kick in the ass to get back into local footy, which I have now. I'm playing for Parkside Football Club.
And doing well. He kicked 4. He played 3 or 4 games, didn't kick a goal, kicked 4 in one game, they got over the line. And I read it in the paper, it was in the paper, his name was in the paper, so that something like that is enormous for a guy like Corey.
Tackle hard, play your man, win the quarters, we'll get the result. Let's get it, boys!
Having Corey back with our club and also playing outside of it, it's, still having the challenges, they'll probably never go away, but he's addressing them. He's going a lot further down the track to help himself.
Because I've developed so much, I've become good so quickly. I feel like I can, sort of mentor some of the guys that have just come into it or struggling, and it's sort of a place where we just support each other and just help each other out.
I love the environment. I came down as a volunteer a couple of years ago, and I'm lucky enough the agency I work for support the program. We really see it as a valuable tool to engage guys into treatment and support services. I must say I'm hooked. The environment's fantastic. The group of guys is great. Being involved with Reclink, it's a really good program.
They don't have to turn up. It's not like a lot of programs. Me being a police officer, the court tells them they've got to go. Because they've been bad, smack, you got to go and play footy with geeks. There's none of that. They come because they want to come. So clearly, they want to be there for their own reasons. The main thing is they love to be connected to something, and we profess that at the Collingwood Knights. We've always grown a club, not just a program. We're pseudo parents. We're transitioning them out of football into better parts of their lives, opening up doors. All the stuff that I probably took, for granted in a way, because it was just, I had it. I can see that they don't, and they deserve it.
Pick it up!
For me as a coach, it's great to be successful and winning games, but I guess first and foremost we want to bring the guys in together into a team environment, make them really enjoy the experience, and at the same time through the Collingwood Football Club, the Victoria Police, YSAS and Headspace, give these guys some support and try and sort of assist them in making changes, because a lot of them do want to change where they're at with their lives and just need that support and people to genuinely care and have an interest in their lives and see how they're going, because they can make changes, and once you get to know them, they're a fantastic bunch of people.
I suppose we try to empower the players to learn skills they have at training, to take that into their private lives and their work lives and their school lives and education. So really build on their confidence and challenge them to improve away from the club. Just that positive reinforcement holds weight later on in the week and when they're not with us.
Yeah, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel come back on for me, and I'm just about there, and like I was told Shane and Geeksy, Reclink is actually the best thing that's happened to me in my life, to get me away from my other lifestyle that I was misled into.
They say football's 90% above the shoulders, and it's spot on. And unfortunately, a lot of the people that come through the Knights, above the shoulders is their biggest problem. So You know, they've got the skill below that, and that they can play, but when it all goes arrears, they don't quite fit into the mould of mainstream stuff. So therefore, you know, without the likes of the Knights and the Reclink League, they probably wouldn't. They'd be just kicking at the park and not fulfilling, you know, what they want to do.